Good morning. So we're continuing with the learning of the brachot of the Torah. So number 13, Hamashkim Kodem Or Hayom. Someone who gets up early before the light of the day. So wakes up like in the middle of the night, early morning, Lilmod to learn. Mavarech Birkat HaTorah. Says the blessing of the Birkat HaTorah. Ve'einot sarich lachzor levarech keshiyalech leveit HaKnesset. And does not need to return and bless when he will go to the Beit HaKnesset to shul. Hamashkim kodem or hayom mavarek kol seder habrachot. Someone who gets up early before daylight says the entire order of the brachot, chutz except for birkat hanotein lasech vina, the blessing of he who gives to the rooster/heart. Understanding. Uf arshat tamid, and except for the section regarding the tamid offering. And else in Aleph Sevav, and take a look earlier on. Sheyamtin melomra ad sheyeur hayom. He should wait. Hamtana, to wait. He should wait from saying it until the day gets light. So hold back on the rooster until it gets light. The Ramo says ulachatchila, and in the first place, right? Ideally. Yitol yadav, wash your hands. Kodem sheyavarech lemod, before you say the bracha of learning. V'im lo hayalo mayim, and if he does not have water, yachol, he can lilmod learn. Ulevarech b'lo netila, and bless without washing. Kamor b'shar brachot, like with other brachot. Shemavarech kodem netila ken le'el, that we do say the other brachot before washing our hands. We'll see in the Mishna Brura that we don't do that, but that was at their time they would say brachot before washing. So he says it's better to wash for blessing the Torah with clean hands, but if not, then it's fine. Nashim avarkot birkat Torah. Women do say the blessing of the birkat Torah. All right. Now the Mishnah Brura says mavarich birkat Torah. You say the blessing of the birkat Torah. Va'af im chazar v'yashan. So you wake up early in the morning, you say the blessings of the Torah. So you woke up at 4 o'clock and you learned. Even if you go back and sleep, the yashan and sleep. Afterwards, shnat keva, a formal set sleep, kodem orayom, ubayom, before it's daylight or while it's daylight. So let's say you learn from 4 to 5, and then go back to sleep until 7. Then you do not need to go back and say it again, because your day started then. Ki mistama, because unqualified, min hastam, we would say, da'ato, same as over there, his intention shall adam of the person, liftor bebrachazu, to exempt himself, to fulfill his obligation with this bracha until the night afterwards. V'kol zeh, all of this, lefia yesh omim shebesefir aleph, according to the opinion in chapter 11. Aval lefima shekatavnu sham, according to what we wrote there, da'af bishnat keva b'yom ha'mavarech lo hefsed, that even somebody who sleeps a formal solid sleep in the day did not lose out. Kol shekain bazeh. How much more, if you say a proper solid sleep in the day, that it's okay to say the brachot again. Kol shekain. How much more so? In this case, shehaya yashen shnat keva, where he slept a solid sleep, kodem arayom, before daylight, the mavarech lehev said, you lose nothing by saying the brachot. It's perfectly acceptable to say those brachot. Okay, now you continue. So this is speaking about when you wake up, kodem or hayom, before daylight. Now when is it considered, after daylight, and when is it considered, well, you're still part of the night before, you haven't really slept? So he says, even if you woke up early after midnight, laze inyan, for whatever, literally for whatever idea, but he means for whatever reason, and his intention is to go back and sleep, od acharkach, more afterwards, shnat kevei, solid sleep, afilu hachi, nevertheless, yachol levarech kol eila brachot. He is able to say all of these blessings. Vishuv, and then lo yitztarech. He will not need. Yitztarech is he will need, and lo is not. Not he will need. Levarech otam keshi yakum babok. He will not need to say them when he gets up in the morning. Levad, besides for birkat Elokai neshama, the blessing of Elokai neshama, yomar bli chatima. You should say without the conclusion. conclusion here, meaning the Baruch Atah Hashem Machazir Neshamot Litkayim Mitim, blessed be Hashem, who gives, returns the souls to dead bodies. V'amavir Sheina Yomar B'li Azkarat Hashem. And when you say, Hashem, you cause sleep to pass from my eyes, say that without mentioning Hashem's name. And afterwards, when you get up in the morning, Yomar Otana Behazkarat Shem Umalchut Karawi. You should say they're mentioning the name of Hashem, and Malchut means Melech HaOlam, fittingly. So you say all of those brachot. You don't say Elokai Neshama, you don't say Amavir Enai. And when you get up properly in the morning, those two brachot you say properly. Vain Bever Halacha, and take a look in Bever Halacha where I'll explain it more thoroughly, he says. Okay, Binah. So the Binah here is that you don't say Anotai Nesech V'Binah when you woke up in the middle of the night. And the later authorities agreed that even this bracha you are able to bless. Afilu kodem she'ir hayom, even before it's daylight. However, there are those who say that ideally yesh li zahir, in the first place you should be careful shelo levarech ota, not to bless it kodem she'ir hayom, before daylight. Aval lo she'im lo sheshama kol tarnagol, im lo, unless you heard the voice of the tarnagol. Or v'di'avad, and v'di'avad means post facto. So once it's been done. So lechadchila in the first place, before it's been done. V'di'avad, once it's been done. Once it's been done, yatsa, you fulfilled your obligation. Afilu lo shamat kol tarnagol, even if you didn't hear the voice of the rooster. So you wake up in the middle of the night. Some say you can say it, some say you can't say it. It's better if you wait for the rooster. If you didn't wait for the rooster, it's okay. But this whole thing applies. Well, at least you've said it. That's only from midnight onwards. Va'elach, onwards. Aval, but kodem chatzot, before midnight, afilu b'di'avad, even post facto, yachzor v'yavarech, you should go back and say it again. Va'afilu im shama kol tarnagol, even if you heard the voice of the tarnagol. Va'ayin b'ver halacha, and take a look in ver halacha. Uparshat Tamid, and you should say the section of the Tamid. You should wait until daylight to say about the Tamid offering. V'chol Mishnayot HaKorbanot She'acharea, and all of the Mishnas of the Korbanot, of the temple offerings that come after it, Acharea, afterwards. Ki heim b'makom hakravatan, they are in place of bringing them. Hakrava, really bringing an offering. You can only bring them in the day. So the idea is that the korbanot, which are said as a substitute for actually bringing the sacrifices, and then it's that is only brought during the day, so it doesn't make sense to say them earlier. You can learn and say the blessing before washing your hands if you don't have water. V'yekaneach, he will clean yadav, his hands. B'chol midi demanki, with any midi, something, right, matter, with anything deminki that cleans. So you, for example, you wipe it with a cloth or something like that, and then you can say the bracha. Mavarchot, the women do say the blessing of the birkat kohanim, and the reason he says atam ayin bever halacha, take a look in a bever halacha, and that's it for today.